Time we were playing Castle in the Darkness was quite a while ago. It was for Game Saucer's anniversary, and we beat the game, but now I'd like to get the true ending, which is what we're going for today. I left myself some notes last session. The red spider guards the secret. Mermen drop something. I need to try to throw the axe at floors in certain areas. One of them is outside the castle gate. I need to find the white orb, bring it to Ruth in her castle, which is in the woods area. There's a merchant in the red castle area in the far southeast corner who sells Odin's spear for 13,000 gold. I can still find 2 out of 4 Matt's keys and bring them to the house in Alexandria. And my current goal is to find the king, beat the boss again, and get the true ending, which we're probably not going to do this session, but we'll explore around and see what we can find. So this is really just about me going around the game world and searching everywhere I've already been. I might try to find a warp point, because this is the final dungeon, and I don't really need to be here. At least I feel like I've pretty thoroughly explored it already. We'll see. I don't know, was I ever able to cross this? Should try to remember room with a bunch of spikes and a lion head in the center. I don't think I'm able to do that yet. That might be a power-up I haven't found yet. A spike breaker, perhaps? Max out the number of times died digit. It'd be pretty hard. Yeah, right? I actually never tried just crossing this. Maybe those aren't real spikes? Ha ha ha. That's cute. So much for it being an ability that I needed. I dig this game. Alright. I don't remember which buttons did what, so let's try that again. Sweet. We needed several more of those if I recall correctly. I have to check at a save point. Oh no, this is a great trick. I love when games do secrets like that. But you get there the first time and you're like, I wonder if I have an ability that lets me get past that. And it's like, nope, false. You do not. This game has some outstanding secrets. I think that's my favorite part of it so far. Oh, the zeros and the death counter? Yeah. You see it the first time and you're like, are you kidding? Alright, let me see... Let me just review my equipment real quick because it's been a minute. Darkness, Dream, and X-Sword is all really, really strong. X-Sword is my special power. It's the other button is the confirm button.
Do you think the light will beat the darkness? No, I think the darkness will beat the light.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think any of my magic spells are progression related. We're at 3 more lost pages to find. I don't know what happens if we do that. So it's going to take a while for us to get anything else. Yeah, it doesn't make a huge deal out of dying, so it's worth trying. That's a good way to put it. It has some really good ones that are well telegraphed, but still worth finding. That's the trick with secrets. You don't want them to be so obtuse that when the player finds them, they're like, are you kidding me? But you also don't want them to be so obvious that the player finds them immediately, right? It's kind of hard to get that balance exactly right. And that's death. Okay. I wonder what the maximum number of deaths anyone's ever gotten in a normal playthrough of this game would be anyway. I don't know if I came this way before. Maybe I did. Oh, no, I think I did. But there's a wall there that I noticed while I was falling that I can probably go to. Probably higher than it should be. Alright. Yeah. I think this might be new. Maybe I got here last session, but those better not fall. Ugh. Okay. I see what you did there, game. Okay, it's another... Cool. Get to a save point, post haste. That's already... So we've gotten 2 out of the 3 we needed now? I think we only need... No, I think we need 2 more still. Sounds right. It's a good secret. I think I did come through this way. I remember coming the other direction. Up through there, because I think there's a secret up in that top left corner that I already finished. Right, I have to hold the jump button to bounce off this. Oh, now I gotta go get the page again. Alright, I should find a safety save somewhere. Watch me not get through that area without dying. Yep, thought so. Changing screens resets your extra jump. Oh, so you could use that for some shenanigans? I didn't even think about that. That's such a good game. I did it on the first try, and now I can't do it coming back. Oh, man. I need to get the thing, get out of there, and then try to find a safety save somewhere. Oh, there's a couple things that require that trick? That's interesting. So it's not just like speedrun tech? Okay. Shit. Okay. I should have just done it on the first pass. Alright.
We've got this, Marstead. Where? How? Where? First try.
Premature. We're not there yet. Shit. I gotta reset it. I have to leave that third one up so I can get up there. Oh, I did literally do it first try, that's true. You raise a good point. It's a really tricky jump, too. Alright, let's try to get... Well, I still have to get past this. Oh, man. In before this is the rest of the subblock. It's a very precise jump there. I happened to just pass it forward and backward the first try last time without even thinking about it. I think I'll go look for a save point, it's no big deal. Okay, I think it's just don't think, just go. Like, do the first jump and keep moving. Don't overthink it, basically. Don't think about it again. Easy peasy, right? Alright, I didn't think that was gonna work. Okay. Not thinking worked. I just need to make it to a save point now. I don't remember what else is out here, though. I think this fall is just death. So I can get back to the point that I know for a fact is a save point up here. Which is a little tricky because there's a dangerous enemy on the way. This guy. Oh right, I've got a laser sword now. It's not as bad as it was before. That used to be a lot more annoying to try to do. First try, okay. Now we can go explore somewhere else. Good lord. Oh, those coins stuck around across screen. That's really interesting, because the mobs still despawn off screen. I think that this jump was a lot easier. This one here was a lot easier the first time. Okay. And I'm just gonna double check this secret over here. I already did it, but I just want to make sure there's nothing important over that way. I don't think there is. This is a lot easier now that everything dies in one shot. Oh no, I totally did that already. I don't have to check that. Because I'll die if I go over there. Right. I definitely remember being on the other side of this area forever ago. Oh god. I need to find a warp point somewhere, right? It's hard enough getting through here going the way that's favorable to me. It's definitely not favorable to me. Oh, that is a destructible block. That's good to know. I'm actually wondering now whether that I can actually exit this way. So I think that that pillar that's above my head might block me from going the way I want to go. If I can get back to it even, we'll see. If I can't, maybe there's a warp that I'm missing that I could take. It's gonna eat the damage there. Alright, so here's the issue. Touching that block causes me to jump and burns my double jump. But I also think I need to cross over it to be able to move horizontally enough to make it under that pillar. I think so, yeah. Halfway to 666. Number of the beast. Yeah, because it's already a broken block. I'm not sure if that's a makeable jump. I honestly don't know. If I could... My fear is that, because if I jump on the corner of the block you're talking about, I get one double jump, but I think it's going to launch me straight up into the pillar. So it might be that this was a one-way path, and I can't take that again. The controller's dead. Hold on. Controller's dead? That was super weird. Maybe I got stuck in the wall, because I was still able to move left and right. Alright, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna go look for a warp point. I think there might be one in the other direction from the save point I just found. It wasn't a waste of time for me to come this way, because I had to get those lost pages. Now I can rule out this section of the castle, which is nice. Okay. I don't think it's makeable. I don't think it can be done. I'm gonna go see if there's a warp if I go further forward here. Those chocobo guys used to be super annoying before I got this weapon. This area actually used to be pretty tricky if I recall correctly. I've come from that other direction before, yeah. I'm trying to backtrack to look for stuff for the true ending. I think the pillar might be there for exactly that purpose, to keep me from backtracking until I get to the warp point. And this is where we started today. We've got 2 pages, so like I said, not a waste. I'm actually really curious about that block up at the top right. That's nothing special. It's worth checking. That's pretty perfect right there, right? Like you're expecting to stand there to dodge the enemy's attack. They're not even looking up to see the spikes. Let's see what's over here real quick. Oh yeah. This is like slightly more reasonable I want to be the guy is a good way to describe it. This has a lot in common with, what is it? Battle Kid, which is kind of the same concept. Did everything down there. That was an axe throw. There may have been a warp point in the sorcerer's quarters. Yeah. At least there's a save point. Shit. Whew. Aggressive timing. I don't know if I can get up there. Might just be a one-way thing on the way back, I guess. Alright. I don't know what I was expecting. I do like how precise the platforming is in this game, though, so when you do die, you can kind of get back to where you were pretty fast. Like, the controls are very tight, I should say. There we go. Oh, we never got this chest. Did I just never come in? Oh, that might... maybe it's a mimic. I bet you it's a mimic. Yeah. Like, that seems unlikely that we didn't get that already. Oh, that's mean. So there's spikes on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. This room seems too simple, right? Should probably use the axe in here. The axe is way less damage than this sword, is part of the problem, though. At least it's nice enough to give me an audio cue. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I think that's important. Like, Mega Man established that a long time ago with the exploding blocks puzzles, right? This is the Kirby enemy. I think all the different references to other video games are my favorite parts of this, because they're all done very tastefully. The blue-eyed lion rewards courage. Alright, I guess they did give me a clue to walking on those spikes. Wonder why I never tried it. Because I'm a wuss. Okay, this was the Symphony of the Night Shadow boss, who's pretty rough. Let me see, I might want to switch to the axe just so that there's more places I can check for secrets, even though it does less damage. It does, like, way less damage, but... I guess I still have my magic sword. Which is nice. It doesn't cost any mana. I was stuck here forever, so this might take me a while to get back to the end of it. Actually, Game Saucer, if you have a sec, would you mind double-checking? Is there a warp point in the Sorcerer's Quarters? I probably shouldn't go all the way back to the final boss. If there's not one back here. I think there was. I think I was backtracking normally just to make sure I covered the whole castle, but didn't realize that there was a... You're not sure? Okay. Didn't realize that there was a one-way door. One-way jump, rather. Oh, I didn't change. I have to save after I change weapons. Okay. I think those platforms disappear, too. I guess not. Not a lot of info on online. Shit. No worries. We'll figure it out. I have significantly more health and way more damage compared to my last pass through this area with my new gun and stuff, so... New sword. Previously, whenever I would make it to this map, this screen right here, I had like 1 hit point, so... Okay, I appreciate it. Thanks for trying. I watched a bit of the end of the VOD from last session, but I actually beat the boss not too late into the session, and then did some backtracking. This, in particular, was really hard to do without the laser sword first time. That was a permanent switch that opened the door, because we couldn't just skip that mob, basically. That's why he was there. Come back, Mr. Spooky Ghost Man. Oh, wow, okay. Forces you to be unsafe. One of those jumps. Oh, come on. Didn't mean to fall. Just trying to jump over and see if there was something over to the side. Doing that thing where I fall off the edge and I burn my double jump because of it. It would be nice if this game had something similar to Donkey Kong Country, where you can still double jump if you, or you can still jump if you go off the edge and then get a double jump after it. It's such a specific thing in Donkey Kong Country, but it feels very right when you play it. Ah, glad that didn't telefrag me. Okay. Just want to see if there's anything on up top here. I don't think there's a way for me to get up there, but... There's a place for the ghost enemy to fly to, I suppose. Alright, there's just an item here last time, okay. There is a warp here right at the very end? Okay, I thought so. Thank you for double checking. I gotta go ways back, but I know not to go up that top way now. Yeah, I seem to remember there being one right before the boss fight, and I decided not to take it at the end of last session because I wanted to go backwards to the castle. Hey, Agony, and make sure that I like totally tapped out the areas at the end that I had already visited. Which it looks like I've basically done. Oh, that one statue that I go behind is extra suspicious now. Like, why does it let me go behind it when all the other statues are in front? This game's soundtrack is super dope, too. It is cute. I think the cloud enemy is meant to be a Kirby reference. There's a lot of enemies in this game that are references to enemies from other games. There's a couple of them that are just behavior. Like there's one that doesn't look like a Medusa head from Castlevania, but it's totally a Medusa head. Has that same like sine wave path. This is one of the games that got me really thinking about gaming rudiments, that there's like only so many ways you can make a 2D enemy behave, and a 3D enemy for that matter. Lots of them are degenerate, redundant systems. Oh yeah, this is like the long hallway, right? Cool. I'll include this in my notes to my future self that this area is basically done. I like cutting out the music in a game like this, especially when you have a walking sound. It reminds me of Zelda. Going downstairs, that sort of thing. Alright, so I think we've unlocked all of the warps. I don't think that one counts as a warp. Maybe it does. We'll just explore from the very beginning, why not? We've done the end backward. Let's try to do the beginning forward. Go as close to the very beginning of the game as I possibly can. I am the 100-year-old man. I think we did everything there was to do here. It says P in the sky. Oh, I should switch to the axe. It's a secret P. I think it's meant to be a reference to the constellation with SFX in Lion King. Exactly. There's everyone thought it said sex. Let's save so it keeps my axe. I think the axe is the only unique weapon I have that is progression related. Like I have a bow as well, but I don't think that's going to open anything. Maybe you can hit a switch from across a gap that I wouldn't reach otherwise. Hidden messages and destroying children. Yeah, like the castle on Little Mermaid. Since we're in the end game here, if you guys notice something that looks like it should be breakable, especially something I could throw the axe at, feel free to speak up. We're working together here to find the remaining secrets. Oh sure, but if I like walk past something you think it may have been important, just you can go ahead and speak up, it's fine. That enemy's ghosts and goblins, for sure. Appreciate it. That guy is Simon Belmont. Alright. Having a clock tower at all. I guess Konami doesn't have any, Hey, it's Cave Story. I don't think there's actually anything important in this room though, right? Just a cute little Easter egg. Your Final Fantasy bomb. Konami hasn't, like, copyrighted clock towers, but I think I most associate them with Castlevania. Can push crates by hitting them with the sword. Can I reach that at all, ever? No, I don't think so. Maybe it's something I can come back to later. And there's the Death Mario pipe. Oh, they were involved in Cave Story Plus? I was wondering, I'm like, this game doesn't do any, like... It doesn't have that extreme of references for the most part. Like, it'll have characters that behave like characters from classic games, but never, like, a direct reference. It's Vigo! And I walk into a room with a direct reference. Got that already. I guess even that is arguable. If you see the pose, you know it's Ghostbusters 2, but... I think there was something... Maybe there wasn't anything else in the museum. I'll scope really quick. That might explain why they were comfortable with having the Cave Story reference be explicit, because they were involved in the making of it. Still don't have the museum key. Okay, let me include that as a note for myself for the next session. Museum key. Got it. Hey, LootFX, how you doing? Whoops. Careful where I walk, apparently. I think this is always death. I don't think there's any way for me to not die when I fall down here. Well, that would be an interesting secret. There's a gap in the spikes. Okay, thank you. I'll give it a try, that's a good point. I think I know which one you're talking about. This down here, right? Looks like the gap's not wide enough, but that was a good call. I actually saw it and I was like, I wonder if that's wide enough. A good place to put a secret. I do gotta make it to the castle later. I know that there's a secret involving the axe there. It's a ways away. I think I did this already, but I'll just make sure. They're involved in V6 as well? Or was it the letter V 6 times, how you're supposed to say it? That's cool. No, and Binding of Isaacs. This game's incredible. I like this one a lot. It's got a bitchin' soundtrack. It does a lot of things really well. I think that switch might kill me anyway if I can get up there. V V V V V V V. I think they asked the developer and they said the letter V 6 times is how you're supposed to say it. Which sounds like they're just kind of fucking with you. Making fun of people for asking boring, okay, no. Asking boring interview questions. So how do you pronounce the name of your game? Okay. That's done. I might be able to come out of it and give future Marstead a hint on which areas we can probably consider done versus which ones still merit further exploration. We already did the inn thing. Had to get that thing that changed what happens when you fell asleep. That was a cool secret. VVVVV. I could hear that. Is that maybe it was makeable, but only through damage boosting? No, damage boosting's not a thing. Oh wait, maybe it does bump me a little bit. Nice. I guess we did that already. Cool secret though. Crack blocks only broken while you're wearing the gauntlets. Oh yeah, we don't want to... Do not want to piss off that chicken, right? That's also a Zelda reference. Wonder if that's like a super boss or something. Is he still there when I come back? Oh, maybe it is. We have to go to the secret area. This door reminds me a lot of Super Mario Bros. 2 USA. There's a lot of secrets like that, of jumping over the top of the screen. Like to break up numbers in a similar fashion. Let me make sure I save after having done that. Let me add that to my notes too. We ran into mysterious white NPC that ran away, so there might be a super boss. That involves running into him multiple times. This was death, right? No, I guess not. Not gonna save just yet in case I don't want to actually be down here. That could be really cool. Doki Doki Panic mode. I think you could do some fun stuff with it. Having like subspace within the level would be really cool. I'm pretty pumped for Mario Maker 2. Jaden's gonna have Cameron for most of the summer, so I might be able to just do some early streams. I don't know if there's anything up top there, probably not. Whoa, okay. This is the starting screen. So, alright. I think I can rule out, let me write down, rule out starting town zone, all done. We tapped it out. It's useful going through here because we need 13,000 coins to buy Odin's spear. So getting money is helpful regardless. I don't know about the stylus. I think you can make levels with the touchscreen though, right? I didn't do too much level creating in the original Mario Maker because those you can't do critique. This area is all done. I think the museum, did I mention I need the museum key? I did, okay. But I wasn't sure whether it was most efficient to use the Wii U touchpad and gamepad or not. Oh yeah, I would have loved it as a kid. For sure. Interested to see what Jaden puts together now that he's older. He took a lot of my comments to heart when he was making him the original Mario Maker 4 years ago. Stylus is only in Europe and Japan. Huh. Oh, I can destroy the gears? Or was it just that gear? That's super weird. I wonder if there's a gear that was blocking my progress before. I guess my sword couldn't have gotten close enough to touch them previously. I'll have to keep an eye out. Interesting. Touchscreen stylus, styli are like a couple bucks on Amazon, maybe. Okay, going right of the first warp. So I'll put it as left of first warp. Everything okay?
Yeah, the package arrived with the equipment, so I have to go in
Okay.
and unpack it.
Okay, good. Godspeed.
Thank you. I'll try to be home by 5.
Okay.
Okay. But, yeah, I'll try to be home by 5.
No worries if you're not. Simon's Quest Castle. The Simon's Quest Castle that I've never been able to enter, which might not ever be enterable. It might just be a cute little reference. Hi, bye, Andrea. I think that there's a right way to do troll levels and a wrong way to do troll levels. There's also a difference between well-made Kaizo levels and poorly made Kaizo levels. Something I kind of got a little frustrated with over time. Hey, speaking of ghouls and goblins, was you get people who would come in and they would share a level that wasn't very good. Like, it would have too much, it wouldn't be precise, for example, and you'd say that and they'd be like, well, it's a Kaizo level. Well, that doesn't mean that you can just make it bad, you know? I think there's an art to it, right? It's like, you know, why is there a difference between... I'm gonna go back, actually, and check the other direction before I go down this forest. Good question, Isla. Could see there being like a skull that conveys a space. I was gonna say, why is there a difference between a 6-year-old finger painting and like somebody like Pablo Picasso finger painting? Everybody likes to, you know, circle jerk about, oh, it's just abstract art. Why does anyone pay any money for that? Da, 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 da. Like, oh, there is a difference. Don't know all of the ways trolling can be good. I want to be an adventurer someday. Alright, so I just go to the forest. I'll make a note there. After first warp, all before forest. It's clear. Look. I think it's appropriate for Kaizo levels to have I want to be the guy troll mechanics, because like part of the fun of I want to be the guy is mastering the level. It's definitely a mastery game. It's let me see how the dev is going to surprise me, and then I'll find out how I'm supposed to deal with those surprises. It's kind of got that Resident Evil thing where like the way you master the game is just by playing it and know everything that happens. I've seen Kaizo levels that have no troll elements, though. Just everything is frame perfect. Werewolf Man. And this song is dope, too. This game soundtrack is super boss. I need to download it or something. See if I can buy it. This required a key before, if I recall correctly. Oh, wait, no. Maybe it's not even a thing. Speedruns are fun, yeah. Yeah, Kaizo levels are something I like to watch. I think I would say that pretty frequently when we were playing Mario Maker on stream. I'd be like, hey, this level's really cool. Do you have a YouTube video of you or someone else completing it? So I'd like to see it completed, but I'm not going to get past like the first 3 jumps. You know? Surprise the player, like, you know, like the moon falling on you and I want to be the guy. Immune to magic. Fairies, man. Dead ends can be fun. Final Fantasy XIV devs did the equivalent of a dead end boss fight like that not too long ago. The raid I was raving about that was like only able to be experienced by the World First team, but other people were able to enjoy it too because of streaming, because people were watching their stream progression. That's just a question, are you being clever or are you being silly, right? Alright, I need to do something in the House of Ruth, don't I? I need the white orb to bring it to her. I don't think I have anything to do in here until I find the white orb. So I need to find the castle, because that's where I had a place to use this axe. Try to do that before the end of the stream here. I'm getting money slowly but surely. I don't know that you ever get more than 1 coin from a pickup. This is not a don't think just go game. This is a think before you go game. Oh, I guess there are silver coins, that's right. Hey, listen! Yeah, the conditioning is part of what makes Baba Is You such a cool puzzle game. The number of times where you're like, you just believe something to be true because it's been true for so long. I'm really pumped to play that game. Jump on a branch, let me go back and check. Oh, the one with the room with the fairy? I was wondering if I could, like, damage boost bounce off of her head. Yeah, that was great. I don't think I can. It looks super suspicious though, doesn't it? I don't think I can do it with like his... Yeah, because that doesn't reset my double jump. Played 10 hours of Baba. As far as I know, the entire game is beatable. I don't think there are any impossible levels. There's a couple solutions that are really outside the box, but you're at that level of brain stress. Like, this is not doable. There was that one mechanic in one of the really early bonus stages where it was like you needed to have 2 Babas and you needed to have them spaced so there was a blank space between the 2 of them, and then you could push on the Baba and the U in Baba Is You and move them so long as they moved such that there was another is between them without it causing a game over. And that ended up not being the solution to the screen that I was on. I was so proud of finding it, and then it didn't matter. Or at least if it was the solution, I didn't apply it correctly. Come on, give me the money. Here you go. It's Int Bro. She's weak against the axe, so it makes sense. I think we did everything with this room. But I'll double check just to check. Oh, lame. Now I'm dead. I hope they find a way to bring back the Mario Maker 1 levels. It was a lot of work. It would be a shame if it was lost. But it also sounds like Mario Maker 2 doesn't have amiibo support, which would break a lot of those levels. I guess not necessarily. You could just get rid of the mystery mushrooms and replace them with regular mushrooms. I always felt like mystery mushrooms were an unsustainable concept. The whole amiibo support thing, like, you really gonna support every amiibo? I think it's just an enormous amount of work. They don't want to commit to continuing to make mystery mushroom sprites for every amiibo that ever gets made. Because quite a few of them have come out since Mario Maker's launch, right? Oh, right, they don't make you tall. I guess you could make a mushroom that doesn't make you tall and replace all the mystery mushrooms with that, right? They're just skins. Different behavior is what this name was saying, that you're not taller, so you can still fit through certain gaps. Hire contractors. Can't double jump in the water. It's good to know. Really? That seems super suspicious. Yeah, and the lanky mushroom. Mario 3 enemy, Mario 2 enemy. Although crab that throws bubbles is like such a common trope. Got your Metroid enemies in here too. I don't think I can get anything in that bottom corner, right? Yeah, okay. Now this is suspicious as hell. What's with the two doors down there? Still haven't made it to the castle gates. There was a boss room. Yeah, even if it would be trivial to port Mario Maker 1 level, doesn't mean Nintendo would do it because they're Nintendo. You make me sad. They hated Jesus because he spoke the truth. There we go, castle grounds. So we will get to use the axe after all. Sorry, I know nothing. I think one of these doors was real. He knows nothing. Poor Kit Harington. Poor Amelia Clark. Heart goes out to them. I thought there was one outside here for sure, like one of these blocks maybe? Maybe it was inside one of the buildings. I'll check indoors. I left a note that I should check for axe things here. Dungeon later, I already did this. Kit Harington was really sad about being done with the show and was overwhelmed by his character becoming more important than he was expecting at the beginning of the story. And so he fell into alcoholism and had to get checked into a rehab facility for depression, like right after filming wrapped. And Amelia Clark had two brain aneurysms during shooting, and she almost died. And she was saying that she like found strength in her character on the show, and then wasn't super pumped with the direction they ended up taking her without getting into Game of Thrones spoilers. Yeah, so like when shit was really bad with her aneurysm, she'd be like, well, it's okay, I'm Daenerys, I'm the mother of dragons. I've got this good thing that I'm doing. Yeah, it's a bummer. I really thought that was going to be a thing, that suspicious block. Maybe it's in the castle itself. Let's see. I've thoroughly explored lots of sections, though, and I can say that they're done now, I think. So that's exciting. This is what I would have done if we had ended the last stream. If I had had an extra hour at the end of the last stream, I would have kept going until we got to that dead end, gone back up to the warp, and then started back from the beginning and just checked as many screens as we could. Metroidvania exploration. Hey, it's Thwomps. Oh shit! Wow. Calculated. Yeah, we're together for so long. I had this thing that I always come back to. And now it's just over. Hmm. I think beyond all that, there's also the fact that the ending wasn't very well received, which would bum me out after all that work. Oh, this is a boss I never did? Really? Maybe I just didn't have double jump when I came here originally. That's wild. Maybe I did it and didn't save afterward? Dope. Mermaid statue. I can swim? Holy shit. Well, so much for all of the areas we visited are done. That is no longer true. Let me go back and find. Oh, boo urns. Alright. Yeah. Now I need to go back and watch this VOD and see where all of the water is. I could probably watch it at double speed. Include a note to my future self at the end of the video. Let me kill this guy and then save. That must be the whole mermaid secret. Because you guys having mermen drop something, and I don't think I've actually ever seen mermen. Or I left a note of myself to the point of that. Yeah, I was thinking of holding down shift and arrow key mashing. I do that for time stamping. Oh, I didn't realize you could jump on the Goombas. I guess it makes sense. It's the only enemy that behaves that way. Cute. I wonder if there's a secret you can only get to by bouncing off them. It looks like it gives you a decent jump. Alright. Future Marstead. Here's the deal. Pass this on to future Marstead. Red Spider guards a secret. Mermen drop something important. You still need to continue trying to axe floors and areas. I guess I should open the most important thing. It's already too late to open with it. But you have the ability to swim now. So although you've done most of the level, you gotta go back to the beginning and look for areas with water. Maybe watch the rest of this VOD if you're looking at this with more than 10 minutes to spare before the start of stream to figure out what to do. Find the white ore, bring it back to Ruth in her castle. The merchant in the red castle area in the far southeast corner sells Odin's spear for 13,000 gold, and you're getting pretty close to being able to afford that. That bug followed me from another screen. You have 2 out of 4 Matt's keys. If you find them, bring them to the house in Alexandria. Your current goal is to find the king and then beat the final boss again for the true ending. You need to find the museum key. The museum is near the beginning of the game. There's a mysterious white NPC that ran away when you saw it. It's probably like a super boss that you have to encounter in multiple places. We've mostly ruled out the starting town zone. It's all done, except there might still be water there, so check the VOD for that. We've basically ruled out everything left of the first warp. We don't think there's anything to do in the Simon's Quest Castle. And after the first warp, everything before the forest is cleared, assuming it doesn't have water. Okay, we're booting up the next sublog game. I'll be back in a few minutes with Robbie Ribby. See you soon.